Hello guys, in today's video I'm going to show this design using FreeCAD. Inspiration from this user created in SolidWorks, but to create this in FreeCAD will be a little bit different. So today I'm going to show you how to do that in FreeCAD. Okay, so I will start by creating a new body and a new sketch in the XZ plane. I will create a rectangle from the center point. Select these two lines and hit E for equal. Select everything and I turn that into construction. I hit G and N. I select this line and set the distance to 50. Next step, I will create an arc slot, and we start from this point and we draw like this. Select this arc and hit D, and we set the radius to 1.5. Select this arc and then this line. I hit T for tangent. This arc and this line, hit T. So now I will create in another arc. Start from this point to this line. And then curve down a little bit. I select this arc and this arc. I hit T for tangent. Select this arc and this line, hit N for perpendicular. Select this point, hit D, and we set the distance to 7.5. And I also want to select this line and hit G and N to turn that into construction. I close. Next step, I will revolve this sketch. So I go to the revolve. And I want to revolve it symmetric to plane. And the angle, I want to set it to 10 degrees. Click OK. So now I will rename this body to the basic element. Next step, I will create a new body and I will rename it to the cutter. I will hide the basic element and create a new sketch in the XY plane. We create a polyline and we draw two lines like this and another line on the red line. Select these two points and the center line, hit S for symmetry constraint, and I will set select these three, hit E for equal. We set the angle to 5 degrees. We set the length of this line is 50 subtract 4 will be 46. I select everything and hit G and N to turn that into construction. Then I create in an arc. We start from here to here. Okay, select this arc and this point, hit C. Select this arc and this line, hit T for tangent. This arc and this line, hit T. Okay, now I will close the sketch. I will create a line from here to here. And here to here. Then I close. Next step, I will part this sketch up. So I go to part. 50 subtract 4 will be 46. Now I will show the basic element. I want to create a cut up here. So create a new sketch on this plane, on this face. And I create a rectangle like this. Select these two points and the center line. Hit S for symmetry constraint. We'll set the length of this line to something like 20. And we set the distance here is, let's go to 40. Close. I'm going to pocket this sketch down to 5, something like this. Okay, so the reason I pocket is that I want to have this face. So I will select this face, create a new sketch based on this face. And then I will hit G and X and reference these 3 lines. Select these 3, hit G and N to turn that into construction. Then creating an arc, start from here to here. Select this arc and this line, hit T for tangent. Doing the same in here. I set tangent. Okay, now I go to polyline and start from here. So now I hit M 1 time and then I starting to generate polylines. Something like this. Okay, just hit close. Now I will select the scale 3 and go to the loft, subtractive loft, and add the section and select this point. Click OK. Okay, so this is, will be my cutter. So in order to cut, I go to the Parametric Workbench, and I will create. I will control select the basic element first and the cutter later, and I go to cut. Okay. Now the next step is I will create a variable fillet. So I control select these 2 edges, the big edge. So I create a fillet. I choose variable radius. So now you can see my edges is 25 and 26. So I'm going to set the start and end to 1.3. Next, I will select the edge up here. And I'm going to set the start and end also the same to 0.25 for start and end radius. Okay. Now I hit OK. Okay, as you can see, this is from big radius to small radius fillet. The next step is I will create a polar pattern. So I go to drag workbench. From there, I select the fillet and go to the modification, array tool, and polar array, and reset point and set the number to 18th element because I want half of the circle, and then I want to add 170 because I already have 1 element, so I want to add 170 degree. Okay, now I select the array and go to the Parametric Workbench, go to the union, and just wait. So if you're in Linux, you will see a message, and a message that FreeCAD is not responding, and you just simply hit wait. So now the union function is finished. So and I'm going to mirror it in the SY plane. I can select the fusion and the mirror and go to the plot, compile, and make compile. Okay, now I have one single compile in here. Because I want to align it in the assembly, so I need to go to the drag workbench and create a clone, another copy of this. So I select the compile and I go to clone to create a new clone. I will select a new clone and go to the scale, and I want to scale in the y-axis -1. Okay. Now I'm going to move to the Assembly Workbench. So I go to the Assembly Workbench. Okay, and I will create a new assembly, or you can hit A on your keyboard. And I'm going to save my file. I'm going to save it. I have the issue. I hit I, and I'm going to insert the issue. I move this part away. Now I control select this edge up here, and this edge down here. Okay, I hit F for fit joint. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees. Hit OK. Now in order to union them together, to combine them together, I control select these two compound inside the assembly and go to the part workbench, and I'm going to union them together. And this time you also need to wait a little bit. Okay, now we have the Fusion 001. Later, if you want to export, just simply select the Fusion 001, go to Ctrl E, and you save it, and you now can import to Blender or whatever program, and you can open it. Okay, so that's it for the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.